everyone, and welcome to Let's Play SimCity. On the last video, we took our population all the way up to 334,000 people. And I also discussed a little bit about gifts, but I really didn't go over the gifts as much as I probably should have. So I'm going to overlay the Nintendo Power Strategy Guide that covered the gifts in a little more detail. We've covered the house that you get, the bank, the amusement park. The amusement park, it says here 300, 400, 500 kilometers of roads, but sometimes they can show up with rail as well. I'm getting them, so it's got something to do with something. The zoo basically happens when you have one or three stadiums, a certain population. Well, really you're not going to have a stadium until you get enough money for it, and that's usually going to happen until 30,000 people or so, usually. Landfill, I've gone over that. Library has, like I said, 3, 6, and 9 schools, which happen automatically. The city park we haven't gotten yet. We get for 300, 600, and 900 acres of parkland, which I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get those. The train station will eventually happen with enough rail. Windmills, you can see here, if you get 150 total zones, you get a windmill. Expo means you have an airport and a population of 50,000. And the fountain happens after you have 50 years, so we're going to get the fountain pretty soon. And the Mario statue, we're not going to get to that yet. So, what I'm going to do is speed up the game a little bit, and we could use a little bit of money, but I'm going to expand the city out a little bit here. I was looking at some speed runs, and it seems like the commercial zones are not very important compared to residential zones and industrial zones. So I'm going to get rid of some commercial zones here. And yeah, I know it's almost to a C-top there. And the windmills there. I'm going to attempt to put a residential zone around the windmill. I'm just going to see what happens. If it's more of a commercial, then I'm just going to change it out later. And that's going to help. And also some of the speed runs I saw, they kind of had like one layer of commercial between residential and industrial, which I thought was also kind of odd. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit, and it seems like commercials don't help with the population very much, but the industrials and residentials do. So I don't know. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to put some more industrial zones here. Whoops. And I did watch a speed run that actually had had 600,000 plus people, and they covered this whole thing with industrial, so I'm just going to see what happens, and if I have to expand it out, I just expand it out. We could use some parkland, and we can also probably use some more residential zones and commercials, so I'm going to put a residential zone here. I'm going to put a commercial zone, well, I don't know, I can't really squeeze in much there, but I'm just going to put a commercial zone there. I mean, it's not like it's going to do much. I could use more parkland, so. I'm going to use this section over here because I could use some more parkland, and I would like to at least get that gift once, so. Hopefully I won't run out of money anytime soon. But if I do, it'll just dingle, dangle, dongle at me. So that'll be what happens. It'll just dingle, dangle, dongle at me. Okay, I ran out of money. So, also wanted to show the map. Well, not the map, the total screen, rather. And this will give us a number of how many industrial zones we have, so we don't have to really count them. So that's nice. We need more residential zones, so I need to get some money for that, and we'll see what happens. So hopefully this will increase our population a little bit more further. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze the hospitals. I don't have the money to do that. Excuse me. So, we'll see what happens. Oh, we got another library. Okay, this is our 50-year gift. So there we go, a fountain somewhere. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it just yet. We've got 3 gifts. And somebody mentioned putting up the bank. I don't know what I'm going to do about the bank just yet. Our funds are not very good right now, are they? I think I mucked around with the taxes a little bit too much. I don't know. I'll take a look at the taxes. But anyway, Let's see, the bank could go in around a commercial zone. So I don't know. See, we're not just going to have that many commercial zones to begin with, so I don't see the point. But I'll put the bank up anyway, so whatever. It could probably help something. The fountain, I'm just going to put the fountain here. I don't care where it goes. And what is it? We got a library. A library. I'm going to put it where one of the hospitals was. I don't really need a hospital. So there we go. And another thing is the gifts may actually take up space where, you know, we could actually have zones and populations. So yeah, some of the speedruns I saw, it seemed like they didn't have a lot of schools and hospitals built up. So I don't know what happened with that. So I don't know. I've got just enough room to get this hospital down. I'm gonna adjust the taxes too. We really need some more money. There's no point in really having the taxes this low until we actually get everything filled out. We don't have to really spend that much more money, and then that way we can just kind of chill out and then kind of squeeze everything together. If we have a lot of money, then I'm not going to leave the city running for another 3 or 4 days or something, so whatever. Anyways, let's see what happens. Yeah, no pollution warning. I'll make sure it's the... Okay, good. Okay, so let's get some more money, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think it's now time to start building some more residential zones. And industrial zones, so, yeah, I'm gonna push the industrial zones a little further back, since we've got too many of them. So, yeah. And, let's push these commercial zones a little back, too. I love bulldozing, it's fun. And, let's see, I'm going to probably bulldoze these guys, too, since I want this area to be residential. Let me make sure I don't bulldoze too much. Our population is going to take a hit, I'm aware, but we'll be alright. Do not destroy the C-top. Do not destroy the police department. And, oh, that helicopter, by the way, if you have roads and it's zooming over your roads, it'll actually tell you that your roads, have traffic problems or something to that effect, so. And I probably shouldn't have deleted all of the industrial zones, but I just want to start from scratch. And it really didn't destroy our population by that much, believe it or not. Okay, well, anyways, time for some residential zones. Yeah, I know, I made a mistake. I'm getting better at this residential zone population here. There's some people that are just unbelievably fast with this. Where are we going? Okay, so anyways, we got all these residential zones. We got some money left, so I'm going to increase this down here. Let's just go all the way to the top with this. I'm going to try to do a zigzag pattern so I don't have to go up and down all the time. Yeah, this is it. Okay. And I was thinking too about the 600,000 deal. I don't know. There is a way I could do it by cheating. If I'm not gonna try to spoil what that is, but I don't really know if I want to do that just yet. So I'll figure it out. There was one other. There it is. There's one other thing that I forgot to get rid of. I'm going to push the commercial zones a little higher on this, so I'm going to push them all the way up to about here, I'm guessing. Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little higher on that. If I have to push it a little further out, I will. This is going to really eat up some money. That should be good enough. And another thing I noticed in the speedruns is they didn't put police departments anywhere near the industrial zones, which I thought was kind of odd. And yes, I know I kind of screwed up with the police department there. Because there's no point putting one there. Anyway, let's fill this out with residentials. I'll just have enough money to squeeze out some industrial zones and fill up some parkland so I can at least try to get a park. Okay, that's good enough for now. That'll probably push me close to 350, I'm guessing. I want to need to put some industrial zones around here, so... You know what, I'm going to leave this section without industrial zones. I think crime actually helps some of the industrial zones because... I don't know if it's a bug or a glitch or a feature or whatever, but... apparently some industrial zones actually like crime. I don't know if that's true or not. I'll have to look that up. But it could possibly be true. Yeah, I'm gonna put some parkland over on this side. I'm gonna try to get a park set up. Eventually it'll pop up. And I'm gonna look at the zones to see what we can look at. This might give us a park, I don't know. It's really eating up the money. It's gonna shoot at the land values around here too, which is funny. And yes, I know I missed that last row down there. I'll get it. I'm gonna sweep around here later. And yes, I know it's wasting money to put park over the other park. Okay, let's look at the map before we start speeding up the game a little bit. Where are we in terms of this? We're building our city. It's slowly getting there. So I'm not worried about that. Totals. Sometimes it takes a while for it to populate. Let's see if this takes a while. No, it didn't take a while to populate. So we've got more residential industrial, so I think this is a good ratio. And yes, I sped it up a little bit, so don't worry about it. Okay, large park. That was our first park. I'm just gonna put it in any old place. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Another large park. Goodness. I don't know. Some of these gifts are not gonna be very useful. I don't care. I really don't care. Alright, we got that done. And let's see what the population does at this section over here. So. Okay, this is a good time for us to start expanding our city a little further. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these industrial zones out here. And hopefully I won't need another power plant anytime soon. If I do, I'll just squeeze it in here. Somewhere. I'll just bulldoze something for a power plant. And if I have to squeeze these residential zones in further, I will. Whatever. And in the speedrun I watched, it was like I don't know if I mentioned this yet or not, but it was like the commercial zone was actually just a barrier between the residential and industrial, so that the residentials near the commercial zones wouldn't have to deal with as much pollution, you know? And I thought that was kind of odd. And hopefully we can get it close to 500,000 in this video. If not, I don't know. The industrial zones are going to really help with the population. Watch. Let's inch this a little further over here. We may need another power plant soon for this. I don't know. It's amazing. You'll be surprised how much the residential zones can be helped by the industrial. It's like everybody wants the industrial jobs or something, I don't know, or if it's not enough crime or something, I don't know. Anywho, let's get another police station here, another maybe police station there, and I think that's good enough for that. And that may be enough for police stations. I know it's not exactly exact, but we're not going for an ideal city here. We're just going for population, population, population. Yes, another power plant, which I'm about to do, hopefully if I have enough money. And I guarantee you I'm not going to hit a megalopolis on this video. I'm going to at least try to stop it before it gets there. I'm going to leave you at a cliffhanger. And I need another power plant, so... we may be able to squeeze in more population if we get rid of the police departments around the, what am I doing? Around the, thing there. I don't have enough money for another power plant, so... that's good enough. This is going to take us probably to 450, maybe 475. I'm optimistically thinking that, so... let's see what happens. If it gets anywhere close to 500,000, I'm going to have to stop the video. That's just the way it is, because I don't want to hit 500,000 just yet. Okay, I'm going to leave that for cliffhanger. So, here we go. Okay, alright, I'm going to pause it right here. We are so close to being a megalopolis, it's not even funny. And look how much space we've got left. So I'm thinking if we do a little bit more optimization in a few spots and a few other things, that we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these gifts up here. We got our landfill, so... where are we gonna put the landfill? I don't know just yet. And I could probably inch some stuff around here somewhere. So I'm gonna put the landfill here, and maybe another landfill down here. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, we'll deal with the landfill stuff later. I do not want to get to Megalopolis just yet, but you can pretty much guess that we're going to hit it in the next video. Probably early on in the next video. All I need to do is build up a few more zones, maybe a few industrial zones, and we're going to get there. So, before we end the level, I am going to take a look at the map here and show you what it's looking like, how much space we've got left. We've got plenty of space. I'm not sure we're going to be able to squeeze in another 100,000 people in there, but we've got plenty of... well, actually, you know what? If we squeezed in more residential zones over here, and maybe some more residential zones over here and over there, and maybe squeezed in some more over there, and then maybe industrial over there, we could probably manage it. Probably. And then we've got the peninsula over here, which is probably going to be another 5 to 10,000 people there. So, I think we're doing pretty well. So let's take a look at the population, a few other things we can look at. You'll notice the population density is not very high around here, or here, but it'll grow eventually. It'll grow. And this rate of growth is pretty good. Let's take a look at the crime rate. It's going to be abysmal around here. But you know what? The industrial zones don't care. They really don't. I find that, I mean, you're gonna have crime anyway, so why worry about it? There's some bad crime over here, though. I might want to fix that before we go. And up here, so I'm thinking I'm gonna put a police station here and here, and I think I'll end it. So let's do a police station here and there and everywhere. There's a lot of crime here. There's already a police station. It's like the police stations aren't able to get the zoning that they need. So I think that'll be good enough for that. And of course here we got a couple of C-tops here, the C-top there, and a lot of R-tops around here, which is nice. It would be nice if it had a lot more population growth there, but I think we're doing all right. So I'm going to go ahead and look at here. See, we are residential zones. That means we don't have enough people living there. And that means we've got a lot more room. That's not enough jobs for everybody. So if we add more jobs, then more people will show up. And I think this is a good time to end it. So thank you so much for watching. Let's play SimCity. In the next video, will we reach a megalopolis? Well, it's pretty darn likely. I'd say it's categorically likely. So thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.